Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Do you have absolute certainty on how you go from hello to yes on what you're looking for?
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the Unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear from Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula for formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes.
Do you think that worked?
I think it does.
I think that works. I think that works. Who we got here today?
Today we have coming from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, this future author, material science engineering, and in his background went to work for patent attorneys out of law school and enforced a patent that covered an internet-based medical billing system, Sean. He started his own intellectual property firm. He's here with us today, and we are very glad to welcome you, Mr. Tom Joseph.
Tom, how are you today?
Good, very good. Excited.
Well, welcome to the party, my friend.
Thank you.
Yeah. So what's your fun fact, Tom?
My fun fact, it's kind of boring, actually. I took the kids out to see this Jurassic World. They have a drive-through exhibit locally this weekend. That's what we did as a family, and it was a lot of fun. But I don't know, it's all that exciting.
Well, brontosauruses, apatosauruses, velociraptors. What's more fun than that, man? What is your favorite dinosaur that you saw this weekend?
That's a good question. I would have to say, I guess I'd probably go with the Triceratops.
Ooh. Bella Verita, do you know why a Triceratops is a Triceratops?
Because it's got 3 tops.
Yes, close enough. Ding, 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 ding. Tom, would that pass on Family Feud for the answer?
I think definitely the Steve Harvey version.
Yes, outstanding. So Gina, we got Triceratops and Tom in the house, and we have some more. Who we got?
Yes, we have a real estate rock star, Christopher Paul, coming from North San Diego. And this guy is like not only rocking the real estate world, but he also served as an adjunct professor of philosophy. Sorry, my dog is squeaking in the background, guys. Where he taught introductory philosophy and is also a veteran of the U.S. Marine Corps, serving in airborne forward officer unit during the period of Operation Desert Storm. Thank you for your service. Is now a manager and leader at Keller Williams Realty, like teaching courses and just extraordinary. Thank you for being here. Welcome, Christopher Paul.
Thank you.
Christopher, thank you for your service, first of all. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Yeah, and thanks for being here. What is your fun fact, my friend?
Oh, fun fact. Here's one. I went up to Alaska when I was in college on I had a job in a cannery lined up. And I went up early and did some backpacking in Denali National Park and hitchhiked down the Kenai Peninsula and and ended up, I kind of Forrest Gumped my way into a job on a fishing boat. And I literally, they offered me the spot, which they don't offer to greenhorns. They typically just say, you know, like experienced people only, but I kind of just right place at the right time and started asking about it, like, you know, how much did it pay? And like, we don't know. And so I literally, like, the decision process was this, which is more adventurous, like being inside a smelly cannery, slicing fish, or being out on the open water and like, okay, I'm going to go. So I did it and worked on a fishing boat up in Alaska one summer.
Dude, that's amazing. One of the most dangerous jobs in the world could be working on an Alaskan fishing boat. So were you out in the open ocean? Were you in more contained environments? What was that like?
No, it was out in the open ocean. It was out in out in the ocean, and so yeah, I was one of the crewmen on there. So
I'm guessing like working on a fishing boat is nothing like, you know, sitting at a sushi counter and like picking out which fish you want. I'm imagining they're vastly different.
Yeah,
there's just a lot more volume. There's, you know, you're up to your waist in fish and not just up to your elbows in it. So
yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So I have this access for you, okay. I think. And Christopher, please, you know, I think the two of you can help me solve this. So saying working on a sushi counter versus working on an Alaskan fishing boat would be the difference between going to the beach. Somebody goes, we're going to go to the beach today with like a normal person, or going to the beach with Sean Callaghy. I think they would be like,
fair enough. Fair enough.
I think it's something like that.
Okay. Got it.
So yeah,
going to the beach with Sean could like include like surfing in hurricane conditions, jumping in the ocean with sharks at midnight. Like that's what going to the beach with Sean Callaghy looks like. Would anybody like to go? Anybody like to go to the beach with Sean? Gina raised her hand. The only person that raised her hand was Gina, Sean. She's the only one that says crazy no. Just like so maybe I might, but nobody else is raising their hand.
Well, you know what?
Jersey Shore.
I'm sorry?
As long as it's the Jersey Shore.
Amen, brother. So here's a quick thought too, Bella. Going to work on an Alaskan fishing boat versus being at a sushi counter might be similar to going to walk around San Diego versus walking around Venice Beach.
Fair enough.
I think it might be something like that.
Something like that. They're a little bit different.
Yeah, we may have had something like that. Yeah. So amazing. Christopher, welcome to the party.
Thank you.
Yes. So Gina, what's happening?
Okay, coming from Phoenix, Arizona, Sean, Beth Schleeper, more than 24 years.
Are you kidding me? Wait, Beth, did you know, how did you end up here, Beth?
I have no idea. Somebody called me last week.
Oh my God. Okay, we're gonna come back to this. So Gina, please continue.
Okay, more than 24 years experience in medical billing and coding, of course. She owns and operates T&T Consulting Firm, medical billing service, and is on the AAPC National Board of Directors as Region 7 AAPC Chapter Association representative, or she served on that. And I mean, you know, Sean, you can edify better than I on Beth Schleeper.
I was gonna say, Gina, I feel like Sean might know Beth. It's just my level 5 listening tells me Sean and Beth know each other. I know.
Well, Beth, how are you?
Hello, how are you?
Unbelievable. Did you know before this minute that this was my show, our show? Like, were you present?
So somebody called me last week and I was like, I can't hear you. So call me back on Friday. And I got a calendar invite and I was like, Unblinded, that's Sean. I'm like, how did this happen? How did I get on Sean's show?
That's unbelievable. Beth, would you mind sharing? Well, first, why don't you share your fun fact? Then we'll talk about the rest.
Well, so I have 2 fun facts.
Yes.
One is I planned all of my pregnancies, but not all my children.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Yes. And my fun fact is I know the host of the show.
So Beth, do you want to share how we know each other? I'm curious to hear your version of how we know each other.
Oi, you did incredible things for my friend. And I just love you for what you did for him. And that he was able to come out the other side of this happy and whole.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it enormously. So internal team, I have the privilege of having served and co-created as lead counsel, the largest jury verdict in the last decade in the state of Arizona. And Beth was one of the initial key witnesses in the Arizona case, Bella, Gina. And so I'll just ask you this, Beth, was it crazy or was it crazy? I'm not gonna ask you anything more than that. The stuff that you saw and the stuff that happened.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever knew this. I was actually in the building in the office when the physical altercation happened. And I had no idea it was happening because it was a big office, but and I actually sitting in my office, I can see out my window and see that office, and I see it every day. And I'm like, oh, he is in such a better place.
Yeah, my client was choked, thrown across the room. And then the guy that was 90 pounds heavier than him said that my client attacked him. It was a business breakup case. There was medical billing fraud going on. I'm not asking to comment on that. But it was remarkable. And then my client came to work on a Monday morning and his entire $50 million company was gone, like gone. The people were gone, the computers were gone, like everybody was gone. And Beth was initially involved in identifying billing irregularities and was at the core of the beginning of the whole thing. So Beth was like centrally involved at the outset and through the course of all of it. And I believe you testified at trial and they came after Beth and a whole bunch of different crazy ways. And yeah,
I came home from court and I kept waiting for the marshals to come get me.
Wow.
Yeah. So that is unbelievable. So forgive me for the digression, guys. This is a person of courage, of integrity, of heart, of amazingness as a human being, as a professional. And she stood in the face of cars, a truck coming 100 miles an hour at her and didn't blink. So Beth, thank you for being here.
You make me cry, Sean.
And it's wonderful to truly connect. And I appreciate you. And it was a life-changing experience for so many people, including me and you. And I look forward to connecting and doing more in the world in a simpler and more accelerated and fluid way. But again, thank you for everything you did.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Ooh, wow. Yeah.
So Gina, please. And Bella, you thought those were just like, hanging out at the ice cream bar telling like fun, folk tales, I think.
Yeah, I thought your plaques for your top 100 national jury verdicts were like plaques that you had made.
By the, like your son or daughter's soccer coach, that when they were making trophies, they made that like that.
Yeah, they made one. Now I know they're actually real.
They're real.
Wow.
Thank you. Gina, please.
Whew. All right. 2 more rock star judges today, Sean. This man might have partied with my sister back in the day on the Jersey Shore. Maybe he had some fun hanging out here.
I think I can guess who that is.
You think so? I don't know, Bella Verita. Damian Sylvia helps individuals and families build worry-free retirement income solutions out of Ocean, New Jersey, right, Damian?
Yeah.
Oakhurst, sorry. When I saw his name, I was like, oh my gosh, Damian Sylvia is joining us on The Real Wrong. Welcome, Damian. Great to see you again.
Hi, Gina. Thank you.
Hey, Damian. What was it like rolling with the Red Bank Catholic girls? Like, what was that like, Damian?
They were nothing but trouble. They
and I don't think anything has changed. I don't think
they were trouble then, and I hear they're trouble now. So.
I don't feel like we've gotten in nearly enough trouble. Like all of these stories I hear of you, like old Catholic girl, I don't feel like we get in near enough trouble together.
No,
Yeah.
we're not yet, Bella. Not yet.
I can definitely access some, no problem.
So Damien, where, like, it just fun fact wise, what will be your fun fact?
Well, the most recent fun fact is my son, who graduated from Johns Hopkins last year, put $1,200 from his stimulus check into crypto and turned it into $90,000 in 3 weeks. And he bought a house up in Maine, 9.5 hours north of here, right on the border, and he's opening up a marijuana farm. So we've, yeah.
I know him.
Yeah. 24 years old. It's like the old show Green Acres, where he's Oliver, and he's going to be living amongst all the crazies, but he's looking forward to it.
Amazing. So Damien, thank you for that. And what's your favorite spot on the Jersey Shore? If you go into the
well, I live in Ocean Grove. I can see the ocean from my door, but I grew up in Deal, and the beaches of Deal are my favorite.
Beautiful. Well, Damien, thank you for being here today, man.
Thank you.
Sean, by the way, those are the most popular surfing beaches around here in Deal. So when you come, we'll get you to Deal.
There you go.
Yeah, I love it. Love it. So Gina, yes, we have Damien, we have Beth, and we have one more judge who is?
We sure do. Also originally from the Jersey Shore area, Mr. Jim Kennedy. He's now up in the beautiful Hudson Valley near Rhinebeck. Founding partner at a law firm specializing in complex business disputes, a boutique firm out of New York City, experience trial and appellate laws. Welcome, Jim Kennedy, to The Real Raw.
Thank you. It's great to be here.
Jim, welcome to the party. How far from Rhinebeck are you?
Oh, about 15 minutes.
Nice.
I can get there on my bike, at least when I'm unshaped. Yeah.
Very, very cool. And what's your, I'm sorry?
Beautiful. Go ahead.
Yeah, beautiful. And what's your fun fact?
Well, when I was a college student, I impersonated, this is embarrassing in a way, but at the behest of a Roman Catholic priest who was a friend and a mentor, working on a crisis intervention hotline that we had, I impersonated a priest in order to get into a private mass with Pope John Paul.
That is a top 10 all-time fun fact. I'm going to declare it. More than 3,000 people have been on this show. That is a top 10 all-time fun fact. Let's record that, guys, for Jim.
And you know, the funny thing is that I'm sorry, I can't silence this. I think the priest that suggested,
is that an actual like real landline phone? Is that I'm hearing right now?
that is an internet phone. I have my office line up here via the internet, hardwired, just in case, because I don't want to miss important calls. Notwithstanding that I missed your call, Gina, I'm sorry, but yeah, no. The funny thing is that the priest was I was a skinny kid, he was not, and he loaned me clothing which we had to pin up and make nice and tight and so forth and so on. But I got inside to the mass, and the Pope literally floated down the aisle to the altar and said mass and floated back. I mean, it's never been in such a room with so much unbelievable energy. And I'm not even Catholic, but I had the relationship with the priest because of the work we did in crisis intervention hotline and suicide counseling and so forth. And I must have looked ridiculous if someone had really looked at the suit, because he had to be a size 40 something and I was at 36, but we made it work.
Amazing. Jim, that is extraordinary, brother. Thank you for being here. Quick fun fact. The first immersive event that I did in the recreation of this program, I own a law firm, and as we've talked about, and I spent more than a decade being a business owner and an operator, coaching my kids' sports teams, doing different things. And when in 2018, my son graduated from high school and we were launching the work we do here, I did an event in Rhinebeck. So Rhinebeck is near and dear to my heart. Had some business partners and other colleagues that were up there a bunch. So it's a beautiful, beautiful part of the country.
Yes, it is. We enjoy it a lot. We've got a little place on a lake here, and we get to turn off the sounds of New York and listen to frogs and watch the eagles. great.
That's awesome. Well, Jim, thank you for being here. Gina, we also have the influence sorceress. This woman, hearts of integrity, of passion, of fire, and every once in a while, the unleashing of a Miss Piggy-like dynamic, but she's started selling crafts on her front lawn as an 8-year-old. And she progressed to being a 7-figure earner in the space of network marketing. And she moved on from there to actually become the #1, not 2 or 3, business broker in the state of Nevada, and is now the chief cook and bottle washer, queen, princess, sorceress, leading aligned talent, placing, finding, marketing, and sales folks to build and grow your company. So the one and only influence sorceress, co-host of this show, I think my boss, Bella Verita.
Title. I will take that title. You heard it here first, Gina.
I heard it.
You heard it. You are my witness.
Announcing tonight.
Need a business card. Sean Callagy's boss. That could be fun.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So Bella,
No one would believe me. No one would believe me.
yes. I'm not sure about that, but what is your fun fact?
I feel like I have 2 fun facts today, Sean, because we're like talking about placement, and today has been a magical day of like candidates and placements. And, I'm not in the office and back in Boca Raton, but I actually do have a magic wand because like we make magic happen when it comes to placements. And I think we made 2 magic things happen today. So I think that's a fun fact. I think the fact that I can, that I know the Green Acres theme song, I think that's a pretty fun fact. And today, Sean Callaghy, I beat my mile by another 11 seconds, and I am now under 8 minutes and 30 seconds in my mile. And where 2 weeks ago I was over nine minutes, and now I'm at under 8 minutes and 30 seconds. So I think that's pretty fun. And I can keep going. I have all kinds of fun facts. If you have the next hour, I will just fun facts.
Yeah, what do you like? Give us one more. You have one more because these have been extraordinary.
One more fun fact. Let's see. Oh, now you stumped me. One.
How about the fact that I couldn't get into the store that you're going into in Venice Beach?
Oh, yes. So, for those of you that don't know Sean Callaghy all that well, Sean Callaghy doesn't really drink. Has never experimented with any type of drug at all. He was passed one time what he calls a marijuana cigarette, which he calls it that. And he did not puff pass. He just went ahead and passed. So has never, quote, inhaled, done anything with any drug. And I took Sean Callaghy into his first cannabis store in Venice Beach, California, that had 2 armed guards out front, which was quite the experience for Sean Callaghy. He was like, how does this thing work? And he just learned the term bud tender like a week or 2 ago. And so I got to take him into his first cannabis store, and the armed security guards out front were quite serious. And if you don't know Sean Callaghy all that well, is no is not typically an answer that he accepts in any way, shape, or form. And so there is definitely some dynamics with the armed guards, and the blind man was not afraid of the armed guards that were very serious out front.
Yes, that may be true. And
there might have been a light or 2.
Yes, and I still have not puff passed, and I think I will just continue on that track since I am already 51, and why change that now? So, but it was a very interesting experience.
I puff and I blow it in your face. Then what happens?
I don't know. I'll have to see perhaps what Jim thinks is my counsel, what that counts for or not. So Jim, I'll be seeking a consultation at some point soon. But yes, you're amazing. Gina, you're amazing. Couldn't be more grateful for you. Everything you do to make this show possible on a daily basis. More than 3,000 people have been here, and we've had remarkable people contribute and build this. Folks like Lorelai, Vivian, and all the other parts of the team, Chaz, Vince, everyone. But every day, Bella, what you do, and every day, Gina, what you do, make this possible. And I'm immensely grateful. So Gina, we love you. We're grateful for you, and have a beautiful rest of the day.
Sean Callagy, thank you. I am immensely grateful, and I just welcome all of you. Have fun exploring the impact of integrity-based human influence, and buckle up for the multiverse. Love you all. Hope to see you soon. Ciao.
Let's go.
Bye, everyone. Or
from-
bye, Gina.
From the beaches of Venice to the beaches of Fort Lauderdale to the beaches of LBI. You're like all over the country. And where are we starting? Who are we starting? You're on a lake today in like Austin or something. So who are we starting with today?
I think we're going to start with Christopher today.
Christopher, are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm a little new at this, so I hopefully I'm doing the right thing here. So my understanding is that I'm kind of giving a pitch that's common in my business that I would do and sort of role playing a scenario there. Am I right on that?
I would be. I would offer you to consider the word pitch, but that's your option.
Okay.
I think that everything begins after the word yes. And how do we reach integrity? It's not like Boiler Room, Wolf of Wall Street, pitching, closing.
Right.
But integrous opening of listening, accelerate forward, like those micro distinctions. So in our marketing, in our selling, in our leadership, in our management, in our top 100 national jury verdicts, Beth, right? It's about getting from hello to yes, whether we're talking to a potential witness or somebody to buy our services or convincing a judge of something or folks to invest in our company. Everything starts after yes. So we're asking for what's a yes that matters. And what do you, it's Christopher you prefer, correct?
Yeah. So in the real estate business, there's a saying that you list to last, right? And one of the main indicators of just whether somebody is going, as I'm training agents, is whether they're going to succeed in the business if they're representing sellers. Buyers, great, and sometimes faster paychecks, but listings are really able to be leveraged for more business. It's really the foundation of your business. And so I teach the agents that I work with the 5-step listing process that you should. One, that you should set the appointment. Two, that you should call to confirm the appointment and then pre-qualify them. And that's what I wanted to go over with you guys today. Third would be the consultation. So sometimes it's called a presentation in the business. I say, make it a consultation. This should be a back and forth dialogue if you're doing it right. Fourth would be to, I messed something up. Third would be send them information. Fourth would be that consultation. Fifth would be to follow up with either the contract or to follow up if you didn't get the contract to just, continue to follow up or thank them for the opportunity. So anyways, yeah.
I'm presuming Bella's going to be somebody who you want to communicate with about listing her home. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, let's assume that we've got the appointment already. And I've set that you've already called me up, said, Chris, I want to talk to you about selling my home. Great. We've set an appointment for Thursday at 4 p.m. And I'm calling to confirm that appointment and then dig a little bit deeper to get a little bit more intel as to what to expect with you when we sit down face to face at our meeting. Okay.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, very good. So, okay, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Bella.
Hi, Bella. Christopher Paul here. Hey, I'm calling you to confirm our appointment on Thursday at 4 p.m. Is that still a good time?
It is, yes.
Okay, excellent. Well, I'm really excited to meet with you, see your home, and have the opportunity to work with you to help you sell your home. And as I'm getting ready, I've got a few more questions to help me be 100% prepared. Do you have a few minutes here?
I do, yes.
Okay, great. Now, let's confirm, when you sell your home, you're moving to Hoboken, is that right?
That is correct. Yeah, we're moving closer to the city, yep.
Okay, excellent. And it sounds like you want to be there by the end of summer. I assume probably, middle to end of August, is that right?
That is correct, yep.
Okay, very good. Now, tell me again, what are your reasons for selling the property?
Our reasons for selling is I am, as you've seen in the property, it's on its own little island outside of the shore. And, the only way to get back and forth from the property is to take a boat. And now I'm just traveling so much that it's getting unfeasible, the long commute to the airport and the long commute into the city. We are growing a couple of offices in the city, and so the commute is just getting to be too much.
Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful property, but just not the right one for you at this point. Is that
correct?
Another way of putting it? Okay, good. Now, what price do you want to sell your home for?
I'm looking, I think Ideally, I'd like to be somewhere around 2 million.
Around 2 million. Okay. And how did you determine that price?
I've done a little kind of research in the area, the uniqueness around the property, just based on, what Zillow says,
Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. Okay, very good. So you've done a little homework and got a little bit of a feel of what's going on in the area. Very good. And do you have a mortgage on the property? Do you have an amount that you still owe on the property?
We do, yes.
Okay, could you tell me how much that is?
I think we are probably somewhere around maybe 1.2.
Okay, about 1.2. So I'll use that as the basis on the estimated net sheet. So to subtract it so that when I can share with you what you can expect at the closing of the sale, you'll have the most accurate amount I can give you. So, okay, good. Are there any other special features of the home that you feel could impact its value?
Well, I think the fact that there's, only one of two of these types of homes off the coast is definitely a selling feature. It is, it's got panoramic views of the ocean from 360 views, I think is definitely unique. And the fact that you can only get there by boat is pretty unique.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. And is there anything that could be perceived as a negative that could also impact the property's value?
Well,
what is going on here? You're selling.
What we're doing is it's pre-qualifying in advance of going to an appointment and meeting with it.
I know what's going on here. Is Bella's trying to sell the island beach house, and this is outrageous. So I had a conversation about this, and this gentleman sounds like an outstanding and amazing realtor. So I'm sure he's going to sell this rapidly. What's going on here, though? Like the boat, like what is happening? Like, this is convenient. It's easy to get to the airport. I have no idea what's happening here, Christopher. So Christopher, could you help me out and explain that this is a house that should be kept, please?
Oh, if I'm to do the opposite, if I'm to say that you should keep the house?
We're just having fun. We're just having fun. We usually interrupt and disrupt each scenario with something that happened in real life. So Bella,
I may or may not be speaking about a house that Mr. Callaghan may or may not be purchasing. So
I know. I'm thinking about it. Like, I was thinking in my mind, this house is a keeper, right? This is not one that you normally get a listing for. This one's stays in the family generationally, so yeah.
Christopher, beautiful job. We're going to come back and see what the judges say. Really, right? Bella, Christopher did a wonderful job. Yes?
Yes.
Yeah. Great fluidity, like clearly a structure, very present, wonderful job. And Bella, great job as well. That was fun. Tom, are you ready, sir?
I suppose so.
Yeah. So who would you like Bella to be?
I guess she would be a business owner who's maybe interested in obtaining trademark protection.
Nice. All right, Bella, you could use some trademarks.
Yep.
All right, let's go.
So tell me a little bit about your business.
Yeah, I have a talent and recruiting agency. So we help, what we say is we place unicorns in businesses. We find the people that nobody else can find, that is the right aligned fit, that is not only a culture fit, but also a skill set fit that is going to help companies grow and scale. And
do you have a logo or a particular creative name that you have that you would like to protect?
Yeah, we have Align Talent. Align Sales and Talent is our company name. And, and our process is an alignment process. People that come to us, definitely feel like, we find their aligned match. And it's in our name and in our brand.
Now, would you do you have any competitors that have a similar name out there, or do you think it's kind of a unique name?
I do feel like it's unique. Other recruiting agencies have really boring, this plain corporate-y names.
Do you have do you do business on a national scale or just locally? Would you say?
We've mostly U.S. and then Australia, Canada, and the UK.
And have you looked into trademark protection at all?
I haven't yet, no.
Okay. Well, it's not obligated that you register in the United States, but it's a good idea because it can give you rights throughout the United States. And in your instance, you're looking internationally, so you may consider registering in foreign countries as well. It's not a very expensive form of protection. It's a pretty straightforward process. I can go through it in more detail. later if that's something you might be interested in.
Yeah, what would be the why or the benefits of why I would want to trademark?
Well, it would keep someone in another area of the country from being able to use a similar name. Someone who's starting out in business, they would have to avoid your name. They would have to keep a considerable distance apart from what you're doing. So it would allow you to establish a unique type of brand and keep others out of your space.
Got it. Okay, I would be interested in that. Yeah.
It's a pretty straightforward process. You file your application with the United States Patent and Trademark Office. In about 3 months, it's examined, and if the examiner approves of it, then it's published, and then it can be registered if no one opposes it. And now, if the examiner were to reject it, I can help you figure out how to get around the rejection. And if it's opposed, I can help you decide whether it makes sense to fight the opposer or not. And the whole process takes about 9 months in the quickest scenario. And it can take longer if you've got opposition or rejection. But in most cases, most of my clients in the United States won't spend more than $1,000 for protection to obtain protection.
Got it. That makes sense.
I see what's going on here. First, you're selling the Island Beach House. Second, you're getting trademark protection and you're dumping the lightning bolt out of the entire situation and promoting simply everything without Unblinded. I see what's happening here, Bella Verita. So thank you very much. Can we have a conversation, please, offline?
I'm busy.
Tom, excellent job, man. How was that for you?
It was pretty comfortable. I guess I kind of do that all the time with my potential clients.
Excellent. Loved the energy, professionalism, all of it. Let's see what the judges have to say and share. So let's start with the one and only magical and incredible Beth Schleeper. Let's give 30 seconds of feedback, please, Beth, to Christopher first. 15 seconds what worked, 15 seconds what could be optimized. If we go over 30 seconds, Bella Verita will give you your score. Beth is, as a little reminder of the timing, and that score on a scale of 1 to 10. So Beth, please, what do you have for Christopher?
For Christopher, I'm going to give him probably an 8 or a 9. I thought he was very articulate. I thought he flowed real well. I thought he was very detailed. He knew what he was saying. He knew what he was doing. He didn't have to search for words. He nailed it.
Well, excellent.
And your score is?
Let's give him an 8 because there's always room for improvement. There's always ways to make it better.
Nice. And how about for Tom?
Tom, I'm going to give him a 7 just because I think he was nervous. And I think he searched a little for words and maybe he's just not comfortable. I totally get it because it's kind of nerve-wracking. Look at your handsome face, Sean. So I think he just was nervous. And so he just needs to maybe relax a little and make it natural and be genuine and not so scripted.
Oh, awesome. Thank you, Beth. Let's go, Damien. Damien, please, what'd you have for Christopher?
I enjoyed the presentation. I thought Christopher was very well spoken, articulate. The only thing I didn't understand was if you're calling to book an appointment, it sounded like a conversation that you would have at the appointment. And that's to me, that's the only question mark I have, or the only potential negative, I guess.
No, this was assuming an appointment was already booked. This was calling to confirm it, get more information to prepare for it, so that you're at the meeting.
Got it.
So yeah.
Okay. Damien. And how about for Tom?
Tom, I enjoyed that as well. I thought he did a great job. A little bit nervous, but I get that. I get nervous every time I speak in front of a group. So it's, but I thought it was great.
Nice.
Yeah.
And your scores for both?
8 for each.
Nice. Well, thank you, Damien.
Am I moving too slow for you, Sean?
What'd you say?
Am I moving too slow for you because you keep taking my line? I have very few lines in the show, and you keep taking my line.
Because I'm giving you 1 split-second heartbeat because energy has to keep flowing. And then I'm like, well, Bella must be checking her text messages. So I'm going to jump on in and do this because she's so busy placing people all around the world that we are losing her as she becomes a business tycoon and forgets about us and sells island beach houses and drops the lightning bolt from the logo. That's what I was concerned about. I'm living in scarcity and fear right now.
Oh, well, let me send you a box of tissues.
Thank you very much. Amazing. And so let's go with Jim. Jim, what did you have, please, for Christopher?
You know, I thought Chris did a really effective job of getting a lot of information by doing something that's really important, and that's asking questions and getting the potential client to speak and trying to understand, you know, why she was selling and what was driving her. I think that that's the kind of thing that can help to instill confidence. I was waiting to see if he was going to try to pitch it all, what he could bring to the table. If there was a way to link up a little something in his experience during that time frame that may have given more confidence. In terms of Tom's presentation, again, yes, he was a little nervous. Oh, I give him an 8. Give him an 8. Actually, I'll give him a 9. I give him a 9. With Tom's presentation, again, I thought that he did a nice job of asking questions and trying to understand what the need was. This is a bugaboo of mine, which is, as a litigator, we try to get into business objectives, and I thought that there wasn't much of a discussion around the business importance. Tell me why the trademark is important to your business, how long you've been using the name Align, and I'll stop there.
And your score for Tom?
I would give him a 7.
Nice. Excellent job. Appreciate that, Jim. Great feedback from Jim, Damien, and Beth. And Jim, are you ready to have some more fun?
Come on.
Yes.
I have an idea.
Yes, ma'am.
Could we have some more fun?
I'd love to have some more fun.
Let's have some more fun.
Would you like to have some more fun?
I would like to have some more fun. You know what I think you should do?
Yes.
I think that you should put a number between 1 and 10 underneath the table. And then these fine folks should like guess the number, and somebody should be able to put you on the hot seat. Doesn't that sound like fun?
It does, except maybe you could do the number. Would that be fun?
Ooh, that would be fun.
So let's do it. So Bella's going to put a number between 1 and 10 under the table, and each of you are going to see if you can guess what it is, and then we'll take it from there. So Jim, Bella, please take it.
So Jim, what would be your guess?
Yeah. Pardon me?
Pick a number between 1 and 10.
Okay. And is this a number that's supposed to correspond to anything, like, for example, what you rated the performances, or just a number?
This is just a number. Because if you win,
3.
you might get to do something fun.
It's 3.
Okay. Tom.
5.
Christopher.
7.
Damien.
8.
Beth.
1.
Damien is it. The number was 10. The closest to that was number 8. So Damien, you get to have some more fun with Sean Kelly.
All right.
Awesome. So thank you, Bella. Damien, you get to be on the hot seat, on the spot, just like Tom and Christopher were, where you get to pick who I have to be. I will be anybody you want me to be. I have to go from hello to yes, hello to yes. People have made me an attorney, an accountant. They've made me a fundraiser. They've made me a lemonade salesperson. I've even been President Trump and President Biden talking to different members of Congress or cabinet to do different things, whatever the yes would be, but an integrous yes. We're not talking about buying beer underage in the Jersey Shore. Back in high school, it would be an integrous yes, although that might actually be integrous. Longer story for a different day. It would be an integrous yes in the world, and you get to put me on the hot seat, Damien. Or if you're like, I'd rather see somebody else set the scenario, you could pick the person and they will set the scenario. So would you like to put me on the hot seat? Or
I'll put you on the hot seat. Okay.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Damien's got something good.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I said Damien's got something good. I can feel it.
Well, I'm going to basically take you into a position I'm in and see what you would do. I do Social Security workshops where I speak weekly, and I have 20 to 30 people come to each meeting. And then the goal is to get that person from the meeting, from the workshop into my office, and to fill out before they come a 6-page fact finder. And weed out, who's serious, who's not at that point. But basically, it's somebody coming up to you, asking you what benefit you can bring as far as Social Security and retirement planning.
Beautiful. I love this. Okay. So I'm going to be speaking to the person who comes up at the end of the speaking engagement. So I'm you. I've done a speaking engagement and I'm speaking to them about why it would or would not be a good idea to continue our communication. Is that fair?
Right. Exactly.
Awesome. All right. So, and who would you like to be the participant? Do you want that to be you, or would you like to pass along one of the other people having been a participant in your workshop?
Well, let's give it to Bella because the two of you have a good rapport, and I'd like to see where that goes.
And she's going to give me an extra hard time.
Of course.
So thank you, Damien. Okay.
Sure.
So, hey, Bella, thanks so much for coming today. I really appreciate you. And you look amazing for somebody who is 68 years old. How do you do it?
I drink a lot of water and smoke a lot of cannabis.
This is perfect. And I did hear you say that you just broke your mile time recently. So congratulations. So clearly you're doing a lot of exercise and taking great care of yourself. So my question though, with all that, is what brought you to the workshop tonight? Thank you so much for coming again. And what brought you here?
I love coming to workshops, and I'm always interested in growth and what I can learn that maybe I don't know before, so that I can continue to grow personally and professionally.
Yeah, really cool. And so I know that obviously we covered a lot about your approach and relationship with money, how taxes, fees, and so many different dynamics are going to impact the rest of your life and all of the things related to money. So for you, what's that picture, that legacy? I know you're still working and doing a beautiful job, but what's on your heart? What's the vision? And I don't even want to say retirement. What's the vision of your future? Because some people say, hey, I'm going to work every day until I'm not here anymore. Or I have no work because I just enjoy my life so much. I'm going to keep contributing, adding value, sharing value. What's the next 100 years of your life, God willing? What does it look like for you?
Yeah, I probably will follow in my grandmother and my mother's footsteps, where, we just don't stop working. I love working. I love contributing. I cannot ever imagine, even my mom currently is semi-retired and she hates it. So she's working for me, just so she has something to do. So I imagine I will follow in those footsteps. But, I would say that, I think retirement probably looks more like working 20 hours a week, or, maybe less, maybe, working kind of like 3 days a week, maybe like 15 hours a week, something like that. And, would love to be, where, working more because I want to contribute, not because I have to.
Yeah.
Does that answer the question?
It does pretty much. If I could ask one more though, why? What makes your heart sing? What do you want to feel like? You want life to look like? Yeah, if you wouldn't mind sharing that.
Life to look like when I retire, or when
Yes. Not even retire, just 20 years from now. What do you want life to look like and feel like?
Okay, so 20 years from now, I will be 63. So I would say I would love to be traveling even more than I already do. I would like to actually travel for vacation. I travel a lot for work, and I would love to go, spend a week or two in different places and explore the places and actually maybe be able to sleep past 5 o'clock in the morning and maybe have breakfast in bed. I would really love to be able to, travel and take, a few weeks off and really explore, somewhere with my significant other and soulmates, and be able to, see magical places and experience magical things and create memories. I mean, I am an experienced person. I am not a stuff person. Everything I own fits in a 5x10 storage unit. But I love experiences and you know, I would love to travel with family. I would love to be able to take my family on vacations and include everyone. My mom just, my sister just went on a family trip with her husband and my mom wasn't invited. And I feel like that was just really weird. And so I would love to be able to travel, you know, with my soulmate and our families and extended families and just be able to include everyone.
Amazing. So Bella, I know we're about time and everybody's kind of filing out, but thank you for sharing. And thank you for opening your heart. I really felt the vision, the mission, the purpose, and it's present. And the work that we do is to be a galvanizer, an accelerator, and a structure with fun and magic to make sure that happens. And fundamentally, people have such gaps in their understanding and relationship and feelings around money, how they protect themselves, but more importantly, just how they influence, control, leverage the power of their finances, how they experience compounding in a healthier and more productive way over time. And so many folks just end up with a fraction of the finances, the money machine, if you will, that's possible. And our work together is based in that. So if you feel any resonance at all, my proposal, my offer, as you know, will be to come and have a sit down and a conversation to look at all of those things, explore them, because we want to partner with you for life in the space of your money and finances. So how does that resonate for you or not?
Well, coming from an Italian family, having a sit down does not sound all that enticing. But if we could, you know, maybe have a conversation, I'm definitely interested in that. But I don't want to be having any sit downs.
Yeah, we'll leave the guns aside and we'll have a beautifully heart-centered, sorcery-like meeting to look at those things. Sound good?
That does sound good. Thank you.
All right, awesome. At a roll, Damien, how was that for you?
I liked it. I jotted some notes. You personalized it. You put it on them to explain why they were there. You discussed a little bit of content from the workshop: taxes, fees, lifetime impact, and I liked how you asked Bella to visualize the future. And once she did, then you drew a connection between what she had spoken with and how you can bring her to that point. And I liked it. It was a pleasant conversation while getting what you wanted.
No, well, thank you, and hope, and more importantly, in giving Bella what she really needed and wanted, which is what you do, Damien. Am I right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you so much and what you do in the world, because I meant every word that I said, and I've had the privilege of training and working with people from virtually every professional industry. And, you know, I am very present to the way that most Americans live is in a way that's unnecessary. How they relate to their finances and all the things that you talk about, I know, for what you do. So thank you for the work that you do in the world, and thank you for being here today.
No, thank you. Thank you. My pleasure.
Yeah, thank you. Beth, how was your time with us today?
It was great.
How'd you feel about it? Yeah.
It was great. I'm glad that I got invited, and what a fun thing to do.
No, I appreciate you. And Beth, what's a big yes that you're seeking in the world? Like, what's the yes that's big to you at this point in your life?
I think to just continue to grow as a person, and to continue the path that is set before me. Just to continue.
Very nice. And are you still growing your business, or what's present for you there?
Yeah. Actually, because of COVID, doctors kind of closed up or didn't. And for the first time in 25 years, I do not have a billing client.
Wow. Well, let's get that squared away. So Beth, thank you. Appreciate you very, very much.
Thanks. I'm happy to be here. Thanks for inviting me.
Well, thank you. Jim, how was your time with us today? Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, my pleasure. You know, I really enjoyed it. And what came out of it in large part for me was that seeing the approaches that Chris and Tom and that you took is the power of questions and the power of the word why. Sometimes just gaining that entry into it's disarming, and it opens up an avenue, for trust and for people to make things more personal, and you begin to get into the emotion behind a decision, and I think that that's just a critical door to open. And so it was very affirming for me to see how that approach worked in 3 different scenarios.
Well, thank you. And Oprah Winfrey said, Jim, that she held the microphone for 30,000 people, became a multi-billionaire, because she said to people, whether you like Oprah or not, like this is what, there's no denying her success, because she said to people, I see you, I hear you, and what you say matters to me. Those are her words. So Jim, thank you so much for being here, and we see you, brother, and your heart is present, your professionalism as well. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah. Christopher, how was your time with us? And thank you so much for your courage and vulnerability being a participant today.
Oh, well, thank you. No, I appreciate it. I'm a big iron sharpens iron guy. I'm fine with being on the hot seat and in either side of that, and being the better for it. So I really am thankful for all of your feedback and participation and listening in on me. I am always wanting to just make myself that little bit better. And also just from hearing the things that other people are doing in their professions, and it's always a positive thing. And then I'm always for making friends. So anyway, hi.
Thank you, brother. Great job, and appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tom, how about yourself? Thanks again for being here on Trajectory Tuesday. How was your time on the Real Raw?
I enjoyed it. I was, everyone has seemed to notice, I was pretty nervous coming in, and I wasn't sure what it was going to be like, but it was fun. Definitely.
Yeah, well, we like fun. And for a quick takeaway for everybody, there's a simple rule. All business is built on relationship. 1, 2, all relationship is built on shared experiences. So 3, the question becomes for all of us, if we want to continue to build and grow our business, how are we creating shared experiences with optimal avatars? And that's what the Real Raw is. It's a shared experience for us to connect, to get to know each other and build relationship. It's a first step, and it's way better than a cup of coffee. So Tom, thank you for having something hopefully better than a cup of coffee together. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bella Verita, you're amazing. And I just want to really acknowledge you for some fun and innovation today as always. Loved you doing the numbers. I loved your fun and jumping in with let's have some more fun, and everything that you do. This is not this without you, and appreciate you enormously. And please, final.
Yes. I think final today is wanting to thank everyone for being here today, because this experience also doesn't happen without each and every one of you. And really, our goal and mission at Unblinded is to support every individual in having more time, money, and magic. And so Sean actually has a gift for everyone. It is in the chat. So I highly recommend clicking that link, downloading that guide, because what Sean did, the thing that got, Sean, that top 100 national jury verdict that he and Beth were talking about, that made him the #1 speaker on Tony Robbins stage, that's had him break every sales record from Tony Robbins stage, is the ability to go from hello to yes, is the formula from going from hello to yes. So you want to download that guide and then join us on Monday night so that you can see how that formula applies to your business, so that you can have more time, money, and magic. So that is my final, and thank you all for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you again in the future.
Yeah, appreciate you guys. And all we say is, if you do want more money, and or you want more time leverage, and or you want more magic, and you felt any resonance at all, then just take the phone call and take the next step. If not, thank you for being here, and we appreciate you. But there's a lot more here, and we have a lot of fun, and we have a lot of acceleration, and we make a lot of impact. So appreciate all of you. And fundamentally, it's all a lot more achievable than we think. But Bella Verita, we are all blind
and just learning to see.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.